Hello, Margaret here from Botany Bay Imports. Today we'll be doing another session in Groomapedia talk. Today we have a special guest, Melanie Newman, joining us. For those that
Hi,
don't...
Maggie.
Hi Mel, how are you?
I'm really well. Yeah, just having a great time down in Melbourne at the moment.
Yeah. You're locked up, I suppose?
Yeah, kind of. We're waiting to hear more information about the restrictions and things like that. But yeah, doing well.
Yeah, doing well otherwise. That's the main thing, Mel.
Yeah.
All right, well, we might start off. So if you can let us know a bit about yourself. So who are you?
Okay, so I live in Melbourne, Australia. I've been grooming since I think around 1999. I started at a girlfriend's salon and then just fell in love with her. And
Dash, is that you?
Yeah.
Dash can hear me. Dash can hear me.
He's like, it's about me.
It's Maggie. It's Maggie. There's one for you, Donna.
Oh no, Dash is a lover. He's a lover.
Sorry. Keep going.
I know. See how it turns around into Dash.
That's it.
Oh, he's back. He's looking at the phone now. And I started mobile with a franchise.
Yep.
And then I think it was like my first day. I was like, nah, I need a salon. So 2.5 years I was in a salon. Hadn't had my salon for quite a while, and then from there, like I started my own brand of premium canine grooming products called Melanie Newman Salon Essentials. And what else have I done since then? So I'm an owner and founder of Master Groom Australia with the wonderful Sharon Hall.
Yeah.
And with all that, I teach as well. So I've done quite a bit.
Heaps of stuff you've done.
That's who I am.
That's who you are.
Yeah.
So what did you want to do when you were a kid, Mel?
So I've thought about this, and then Corey asked me last night, and do you know what? I just didn't know. Like, I didn't think about it. I was heavily into my sports and playing sport, so I didn't really think about what I wanted to be. I just wanted to play my netball forever and, just be fit and healthy. And so I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So I've always just followed what I've liked doing, like just what I've enjoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm quite boring like that, to be honest.
So Mel, what made you start your business?
Well, I've had a few small businesses, but my current business with my shampoos and grooming products, I wanted something different for my salon, and I wanted something that was sustainable, like a sustainable product, and with the packaging. So it kind of started from there, just wanting something for my salon, and then all of a sudden it exploded into other groomers wanting it. So I guess, I started it out of a need. And the same as with Master Groom, I started it because Sharon and I we'd been competing overseas for well over 10 years, and we wanted the experience that we have overseas in bigger comps. We wanted that back in Australia. So I guess it's always creating something that's not already there and giving people an experience that they haven't had before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you find networking with other groomers?
This is my favourite part of grooming, because remember back in the PETA days how we would meet at Osgroom and then Pet Expo. Networking, learning, travelling, all those things combined is an amazing experience. And I've met my best friends competing and travelling. It's nothing better than hopping on a plane with your buddies and
getting
exciting,
away.
getting to the other side with your dogs. Like, I even love getting up early to prep my dogs and to help my mates prep their dogs, because it's a part of the networking and being social and learning, and yeah, I love it all. I'm addicted to it.
Okay, that's perfect. What made you attend seminars?
I actually started competing before I attended seminars. So, because, competitions are usually on when the seminars are on, or you're either prepping your dog when a seminar's on.
Yeah.
So, it's always kind of ran at the same time. So, once I started slowing down competing, I would try and attend seminars that by people who inspire me as a groomer, or even as just a human being, because I think you get to really read people really well when they're conducting seminars.
Yeah.
So I guess that's sort of what makes me attend a seminar, someone that's going to inspire me and that I can learn different things from as well.
Yeah. So I know that you've travelled a lot overseas. So how do things differ over there to here, like grooming comps or even seminars?
I mostly competed around Europe, so I would try and get to Europe once a year. Sometimes I'd be lucky enough, if I saved enough money, I would go twice a year, and I would usually go on like a long weekend. So I'd leave on a Wednesday night, and I would get back on a Monday.
Wow.
I think it was Monday evening or Tuesday morning, and then I would come home, have a shower, if it was a Tuesday morning, and go to work.
Yeah.
So I would normally just fly in and fly out, but I never attended seminars overseas because they were always in another language. And it's funny, like my first competition was overseas, it was in Holland.
Yeah.
And I met my friend Ilse, who has a training academy in Holland, and she was amazing. She supplied all my dogs and helped me prep them and everything like that. And then I ended up, I think I got a second place with her poodle. And I had no idea I'd come second. And everybody's just clapping and cheering around me. And I'm like, okay. And then I was like, oh, okay, so maybe I've won something. I have no idea because it's all in another language. So I kind of, if it wasn't a world event where it's spoken in English as well, if it was a smaller event, I would kind of just wait for people's reactions to see if I'd done well or not, because I couldn't understand what they were saying. But, the competitions are a lot bigger, and the competitiveness is just insane. They have amazing dogs, and they've been prepping all year. And I suppose because the countries are so close together, and, there's so many nationalities in one room. It's just incredible, and the vibe it's just so alive. So that's why Sharon and I wanted to bring something like that back to Australia, so just to get competing back on the map again in Australia. Yeah.
You've done real well, like with Master Groom and everything. It's a shame with COVID now, but I'm sure everything will settle down and we'll see Master Groom again one day.
Yeah, like Master Groom for 2020, it was just going to be amazing. We had all our tables supplied and branded with Master Groom tops on them. Tony from Oz Grooming World helped supply all those, and he supplied grooming mats, and we had a prep area with baths, and it was really going to be easy.
We want a bath.
It was really going to be easy for people to compete and attend. So hopefully, I'm not holding my breath for 21, but we want everybody to be able to afford to go. So
22.
Maybe 22. I'm thinking, but we'll just keep it open, and I don't know, maybe do some online things.
Yeah.
Maybe next year when everybody's got a bit more time.
Yeah. And the good thing about the leaving it to 22 is my team will be the champions for how many years? 2 years? 3 years?
Yes.
Team champions?
That's right. See, that's the other thing, we wanted people to be a part of a team, so that's why we created the teams event. So it can be like a salon, or just friends getting together as a team, or companies, because Sharon and I have always loved being a part of a team. So just giving that experience back to the groomers again, and the Botany Bay Sheer Magic Oster team was just amazing.
It was a great event, Mel.
Yeah. So we'll get it back to where it was, but just making sure everybody's okay before then, and that there's no travel restrictions. And because we always wanted to make sure we had international judges, so that Sharon and I wouldn't judge or anything like that, that we were just purely running the event and making sure everything's on time and just getting the best that we can possibly get to make Master Groom be a successful event.
Yeah, it's good. So, what was your first experience like in the grooming ring here in Australia?
Oh, wow. It was, what was it? It was with a mini poodle, and I did a double sweetheart old school trim.
Okay.
And I seen Karen Swan and Sharon Hall, and I was like, oh my, they are just amazing. Is this what's happening outside the world of working in a salon? And then that was it. I was hooked. I just loved it. I loved the people. I loved walking around the trade show. It was good. Good times.
Yeah. So which breeds do you cover? Obviously Bichons, but let's hear a bit more about Bichons.
So of course it's Bichons, and a toy and mini poodle. So I actually exhibited minis and toys before Bichons. And I competed heavily with Welsh Terriers and English Cocker Spaniels.
Okay.
So I'm pretty much an all-rounder, but I specialise in Bichons and poodles. The smaller size poodles.
Smaller size, yeah. So how often were you showing them?
Before, I think I tried to get to like 2 shows a month as a minimum, but if there was shows that were every weekend for a month, then I would be there every weekend.
Okay. Wow. A lot of time.
And I would always, if I had a Welsh Terrier I was competing with, I would always show that Welsh Terrier as well and keep it in coat. And the breeders were just amazing people that really helped me out with that.
Yeah. And I understand you travel the whole of Australia to show these dogs as well.
Yeah, I love it. I love the networking and the presentation as well. Like I would be more than happy if somebody else took the dogs in the ring and I just prepped them and got them ready and made sure they just looked amazing.
Yeah.
So I suppose that's a bit of the groomer in me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mel, what risks have you made as a groomer?
I guess as a groomer, that's a hard one because there's so many things I find because we're dealing with people's, they're like they are. Well, my dogs are my children, so I just expect everybody's the same, that they love and care for their dog. So I guess, that we're just trying our best to make sure the dog's always safe. So I don't know about risks. I suppose with business, I've made a few mistakes in my business. But I'm a big believer of the mistakes and the risks that you take. Sometimes the successes will always outweigh the risks.
Yeah.
And you never learn if you don't take risks either.
That's right.
So, and I suppose I've sometimes trusted the wrong person in business as well. And I guess everybody has that sometimes once in their life in the workplace. So, I don't know, I guess I feel like everything happens for a reason, whether it's good or bad, and you can take what you need out of each experience and each risk to make your decisions.
That's right. Hey Mel, so what are some of your success stories and achievements?
My successes always come with grooming. I live and breathe grooming, and I suppose successes and achievements would be competing. So probably my biggest achievement would be I won Best in Show at the Grand Slam in Barcelona, and there was over like 450 groomers there.
Wow.
So I won Best as a Dog and Best in Show, so with a Bichon, of course. Not really smaller because they're not small to me, but gold medal at Belgium at Groomania and Milan Groom. I won a silver medal, and also I think it was a team that Deb Ryan was on, Tamara James, and we won a 5th at the Worlds. So that was pretty exciting, and that was an amazing team. So I think I might have been the youngest then, and I looked up to these groomers. So to be on a team with them was amazing and a great achievement for me.
Yeah.
And one of my first overseas trips was at Super Zoo, and I came third in an event that had over 40 groomers in it. So, that was pretty amazing in the jackpot. So there's been lots of things, that I just, lots of wins, but sometimes like my second or my third places mean more because it was really, sometimes they're harder to get than sometimes the first.
Winning, yeah. So you've done some great achievements in competing.
Pardon?
You've done real well in competing.
Yeah, and and I just enjoy it so much. I just love the friendships that you make and just travelling and working with. And it was mostly with Sharon and Naomi Conroy that we travelled a lot to Europe and competed, and it was just so much fun. So I just recommend it to anybody to buddy up and travel a bit and just see the world when you can.
Yeah.
When it reopens.
No one will be going anywhere at the moment, but in the future, yeah.
No, but there is a few online competitions as well. So I think Prue Hammond competed in one the other day. So that was awesome to see. I think she was grooming at like 3 o'clock in the morning or something crazy like that.
Oh, wow. and were you up at 3 to watch it?
No. I think I'm past that point in my life.
So who's your worldwide mentor?
With business, I have a family member that I try and swing things past all the time if I have ideas or I need help with anything. That I go to. And I suppose mentors with grooming, I always just try and surround myself with positive people and people that are going to lift me up and make me feel like I can achieve anything and do anything. So I guess I don't really have mentors. I just have people that are around me and that I have relationships with that can help me achieve what I want to achieve. Because I mean, with the kennel of Bichons that I'm involved with John and Wendy Hutchinson helped me so much in learning about the breed, and so I suppose they're a bit of a mentor as well. So there's just so many people, that kind of start with you and then travel along the journey to where you're going to get. Yeah.
So do you have any tips for any beginner groomers who are starting out?
Yeah, I suppose enjoying what you do and having your own style, and enjoy the journey, because it is about the journey. It's not always about the success, and especially for competitors, it's not about that best in show or that first place. For me, it's always been about the journey and getting to where you need to be. So just enjoying that part as well.
Perfect. Is there anything else you wanted to say, Mel? Or
No.
Okay.
Was that okay?
That was perfect. Thanks for your time today, and I really hope all the listeners enjoy hearing Mel's story.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I loved it. It was a lot of fun.
Thanks, Mel, and say hi to Dash and Corey.
Yeah, Dash is right next to me. Corey's in the warehouse today.
Work away, Corey.
Dash is just looking at the phone, wondering where.
I'm here, Dash.